What's up, everybody? It's your boy Q Hicks, and I'm back to give you an NBA draft recap. I'll be talking about winners and losers, most intriguing teams coming out of the draft, the steal of the draft, and the draft's perfect pick. If this is your first time on the channel, definitely hit that like and subscribe button. Now let's dive into it. So let's start off with the winners. The Charlotte Hornets won this draft hands down. They added the most talent out of every team. James Bouknight slid to them at 11, so they get an athletic 3-level scorer. He will form the backcourt of the future alongside LaMelo. Then they got aggressive and traded up to get Kai Jones at 19, which adds talent to a position of need. At the 4 or 5 position, he can do a lot. He just needs a little time to hone his skills. And then they pick up a high upside player in JT Thor, who is young but has a lot of skills and can stretch the floor to go along with Scotty Lewis, who will be added to the new Lob City connection that is being formed in Charlotte. This was MJ's best draft by a mile. Another winner was the Atlanta Hawks. For the Hawks, this draft was all about value. Getting a top 10 talent like Jalen Johnson at pick 20 was a steal, and was also insurance in case they lose John Collins in free agency. Then scooping up Sharif Cooper, a first round pick in most people's eyes late in the second, was another steal. And he will fill the role as a playmaker on the second unit and will take pressure off of Trae Young. This draft couldn't have gone better for the Hawks. The next two winners are the Clippers and the Nets. For both teams, this draft was about adding depth, and both did that at a high level. The Clippers added Keon Johnson in the first round and Jason Preston and BJ Boston in the second. They get two high upside wings in Johnson and Boston that can both learn from two of the game's best two-way players. And both could see time early with Kawhi recovering from his ACL injury, and they pick up a point guard that can come in and play right away and take some of the playmaking duties off of Kawhi and PG's shoulders. And for the Nets, they picked up players that will come in and produce right away. Cam Thomas can be a 6th Man of the Year candidate as a rookie. He's going to be instant offense for a team that was missing another shot creator in the playoffs due to injuries. Day'Ron Sharpe helps with the need of size down low, and he can do a lot from the center position. Kessler Edwards is a nice 3-and-D wing that can shoot and knows his role, and Marcus Zagorowski is another solid point guard that can help in case of injury. Now let's move on to the more curious picks of the draft. These teams, I felt like there were better players on the board and they reached for their picks. First, we got the Memphis Grizzlies. Being that the Grizzlies are looking to win now and they traded up to pick 10, it put them in position to snag a player that would help them next year. I thought they would move in the direction of James Bouknight, who could be the scorer they need outside of Ja and Dillon Brooks if he failed. But they go with Zaire Williams, who will be good in the league and was a projected top 10 pick coming into the season, but I feel like he will need time to grow into the player he will be. And picking Santi Aldama at 30 was another question. He is solid, but someone that most didn't project to be drafted or will be a late second rounder at best. So drafting him at 30 seems questionable. Next, we have the San Antonio Spurs, picking Josh Primo at 12. Once again, these players could be good, but it's the fact that you reached on a player with better options available, and you are loaded at the guard position. You got DeJounte Murray, Lonnie Walker, Keldon Johnson, Derek White, Devin Vassell, and even more, and you have multiple bigs available like Kai Jones, Sengun, and better wings, to be honest. But if any other team made this pick, they would be getting killed. But since it's the Spurs, people believe in Pop and the regime, but I have to question it unless you are trading some of those guards away. But I do like the Wieskamp pick in the late second round. Now let's move on to the most intriguing teams coming out of the NBA draft. First, you have the Oklahoma City Thunder, rocking with a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Josh Giddey backcourt. It's going to be probably one of the tallest backcourts in the league, standing at 6'6" and 6'8". The players are versatile, they got nice offensive games, but defensively there are question marks, so can it come together? OKC could start a trend if this backcourt does work though. And next you have the Golden State Warriors. They had one of the best drafts with a steal in Jonathan Kuminga and an NBA ready player in Moses Moody, but I'm looking at their draft from a grand scheme perspective. You draft two young guys, and will they help your win now roster when you have a finals aspirations? More than trading for a star who would have helped immediately like a Ben Simmons, a Bradley Beal, a Pascal Siakam, among other players. I'm really looking forward to see if they are done making moves going into the season. And for my steal of the draft is Jared Butler going to the Jazz. He was a top 5 player in college basketball, and you get him at pick 40. He's a 3-level scorer, he can make plays, and he's a scrappy defender. He's a definition of a steal. And for the draft's perfect pick, I have Deuce McBride going to the Knicks at pick 36. You can't find a better Tom Thibodeau made player than Deuce McBride. He can run your offense, he shoots the ball well, and he can dig into you on defense. Tibbs has found his point guard of the future and didn't have to use a first-round pick. And I just want to thank you guys for watching. If you got all the way to the end, I really rock with you. If this is your first time on the channel, definitely hit that like and subscribe button. Follow me on Twitter and definitely let me know what you would like to see next. And we out. Peace.